Hello, I'm Brian Adams, and this is the operation of Oliver, part 17. Let's take a look and see where we are this time.
He's kind of a big guy, but I think this is about the average size of most puppets without getting a hold of the people who own them. Length of Oliver is about 44 inches from head to toe. See, basically everything's ready to go. We have the arms, we have the head, we have the torso, we have the lower legs. But there was a few things that were missing with it, and that was I'm still working on the toes, and I wanted to give mobility to the legs a little bit more. Not so much the lower part, but I think I'm going to make a cut in this part of the leg so that he can move. And the other thing that was bothering me is I need to make another cut here so the arm can move back and forth. Not so much the hand itself, but just that part of the arm. And the cut will be like the way I swiveled these here. And one of the reasons I haven't done any painting yet was I wanted to get everything all together before I started painting him so the color would match up. I added up a little bit more to make this stronger here. I didn't feel it was strong enough because it is going to sit into the neck brace there. And so I have, for those of you who wondered what he looks like all together and how long he is, now you have that information. You can see him. Okay, so here we go again. We're getting ready to make a cut here and here on this two arms. I'm going to run those under my bandsaw. You could cut them with a wizard if you have one. Just make sure that it lines up on both sides because the arm has to pivot. And here we go after the cut. We've made a whole cut and it looks like that on the inside. Getting ready to do it the way we did the arms. Here's what the inside looks like. And now making the first paper pattern to fit inside this part of the arm. And now you can see each one of them have their little pieces of paper on them. Some of them have blue tape on them so that my pen would write on it so I could mark the center of where the hole gets drilled at for the screw to go in. Okay, so here we are at this little nook area here. This is the arm, and the arm is going to get the part that the nut is attached to. So we've taken these and the fiberglass on both sides, and then now what we're going to do is, because the arm is hollow, it's narrower going in. We don't need to create a wall, but we put a screw in it, although it's going to have just a nut on it later. Put a screw on it right now to fit it in. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's how it looks. It's going to sink in about 1/4 of an inch. The reason is we're going to fill it up with epoxy. That screw is going to be, that nut is going to be on the back of that, along with a washer. So it will be a washer against this little plate I made, and then the little nut will be on it, and it will look like that. Or actually, you know how it's going to probably be is the washer will be on the outside where you see here, and the nut will just be on the back of it. That's right, that's how I did it before. Okay, and then this is the back part of the arm. So if you can see right in there, I put up little walls just 1/4 of an inch down around the perimeter of the inside of the arm, 1/4 of an inch down. A little bit of epoxy buildup so that way it will stop it from going any further than that. And this is going to be the side that actually has the screw on it attached to it. And I'll show you where that is. And before I forget, to get a hole like this, what you want to do is start off with the smaller drill bits and then work your way up, and then you know, get the final cut so that you don't break this piece and it's not fractured in any way, so that the screw can fit smoothly into it. And with this, I just use an old-fashioned drill. I am letting this dry. That is the washer on the back of the plate that I made, as well as the screw, and epoxy has been laid across the top and down to the side just to hold it. I'll let that dry and then we'll put some fiberglass resin on it. So I wanted to show you this before I put the epoxy on the back. This is it, what I was showing you last night. Here's the screw. And this part fits right into here. And you can see how the stops stop it from falling down inside. And it gives me just enough room to be able to put a layer of epoxy around this once I secure that into place. Here's the two pieces with fiberglass resin laid across the back of that, but I might have to file some of it down if it goes too close to the edge. Okay, so now both of those have been successfully glued in to that section of the arm for the right and left. And here you can see the nut has been successfully epoxied onto the back of this wall. And here's the other one. And here's some fiberglass resin that's been put around the nut and around the epoxy.
Hey, I hope you liked what you saw today, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you already subscribed to me, don't forget to like. Hit the like button down here somewhere. The reason for that is when YouTube has it, when people are subscribing and they're looking to see, hey, how much interaction is going on with this person's subscription. So when you get notices on whose videos are coming out, if they see that you don't have many likes about that person that you subscribe to, they go, well, that person's really not that interested. So that's why it actually helps you out to get the latest notices on when I put a new video out. Anyway, thank you. We'll see you next time. So long.